Welcome to the Hidden Bookshop. This fallen page is simply entitled Magic. Let us, for a moment, talk about magic. It is, without a doubt, one of the most important and most used elements of fantasy and, to some degree, science fiction. It's helped win wars, it's battled orcs and goblins, made cars fly, cured people of their ills, and opened a door somewhere. However, that's all fiction and quite warm and lovely. I'm here to tell you that magic, in fact, is a right royal pain in the bloody arse. It is unpredictable, uncontrollable, and has yet to have any practical application. Unfortunately, in some realms, magic is real, which is a shame really, because it causes nothing but trouble, and I'm afraid you may have been misinformed about it. Magic does not do pretty sparks, nice multicoloured clouds. It doesn't allow you to go from one place to another and cannot be directed or controlled with a little stick. So there is no swishing or flicking here. For all the good it does, you might as well be conducting an invisible orchestra. Magic is appreciated the same way people appreciate a swarm of wasps at a picnic near the end of summer. Let's go back to the origins of magic, as far as we know them anyway. Magic wasn't always accepted as real, of course. It was widely regarded as wives' tales and village gossip. However, after a while, the accounts of weird goings-on became more widespread, so much so that it caught the attention of a scholar, Upper Learned Spencer of the House of Learning. He decided to follow up the accounts. After a while, he started to notice a pattern. Every time something odd happened, whether it was the sudden appearance of orange custard, a vanishing wall in a shower block, or the very sudden and unwelcome appearance of the fart tornado, more on that later, there was usually something slightly odd that would precede it. He went back to his study to document his findings and to list anything odd. The odd things included some hastily scribbled words that he'd noted down. It was only when he said one of them out loud that something happened. He quietly mouthed the words, "Flemic waffle," and in half a second his notebook had turned into a rather nice warm bacon sandwich. This was both a surprise and an annoyance, because the notepad had all of the words he collected during his investigations. Undeterred by this setback, and armed with this one phrase, he uttered it again. This time the bacon sandwich changed again into something similar. It was still a sandwich, but the foul-smelling black goo between the slices of bread was less than appealing. He said the phrase again, and then what appeared was just horrible, and made an awful noise. It seems, he mused, that the law of diminishing returns was also at play here. As an experiment, he asked one of his fellow academics to use the same phrase, and to his astonishment, all the walls in the room turned blue. Upper Learned Spencer and many of his fellows then embarked on years of study. They concluded that because of the randomness of magic, it really had no practical application, and could therefore be declared a hazard of natural phenomena. That, however, has not stopped the general public from trying to take advantage of it, once it was established that it was an actual thing. A very wily entrepreneur by the name of Bellamy Sminge tried setting up a magic stick shop. He claimed that his little sticks could help with the control and application of magic. One unfortunate afternoon, a dissatisfied elderly customer was loudly complaining to the shopkeeper that his sticks did nothing. In the midst of his loud complaining, his top set of false teeth slipped. One of the colourful words he was about to utter got mispronounced, and the little shop suddenly filled with a foul-smelling, inedible orange custard. Such is the unpredictability of magic. When the two of them eventually made their way out of the shop, Bellamy noticed that where the orange goo was thinning out on his hands, it was starting to set. This gave him an idea. Whilst the magic stick shop is no more, it was replaced a week later by a shop selling a new range of orange hairstyling products. Bellamy further capitalised on this success by skillfully rendering down some of the orange goo into a distilled syrup, which he used as a temporary adhesive to help attach his new hair replacement lawns. Oddly, this caught the attention of the more wealthy members of the community, who were, for some reason, shaving parts of their head and purposefully replacing the shaven section with the new coloured replacement lawns, to varying degrees of success. More about this later. Suffice to say that magic, whilst it exists and everybody knows about it, nobody is really stupid enough to try and do anything with it. We will be visiting the various unfortunate results of various magic attempts as we tell this story. So, in conclusion, magic is, at best, surprising, at worst, unpredictable and quite possibly dangerous. One person uttered a phrase and he got a nice chocolate cake. Another person uttering the same phrase got something totally different and quite unpleasant. The last person to utter the phrase did get a lovely cake, but it quickly got up and ran away before anybody could get at it with a cake knife. There was, however, one exception to this rather loose rule. Whilst trying to power one of the new generation of rotating motors for the flour millers, the senior learned of the House of Learning discovered that a certain phrase would enable the motor to be powered by anything. The only problem was in finding what it would accept as a fuel. This would be discovered with a bit of trial and error. There is much here for us to revisit. What happened to the engines, the fart tornado, the hair replacement lawns, and much more. Hopefully, we'll find these missing pages at the back of the bookshop another day.